Hey everybody, Train Freak here, and it has been at least a month, I think, since I have done a layout update, and that has been due to holidays, family vacation, and some other unforeseen circumstances that I had to deal with. So I thought I have spent a little time on it, so I thought I would go ahead and show you what I've done over that time period. Also, before we get too far into it, I do want to remind you that even though tonight is supposed to be my night to do Sidetrack Sunday, I've actually passed it off onto Rick Bailey, who's... Nope. That corner. I think it's that corner. It might be this corner. I have yet to figure that out yet. I'm going to go with this corner over here. There's a card for his channel. Check him out because he will be hosting Sidetrack Sunday tonight. So, also, you know, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so. Fill in the bell, thumbs up. That really helps with YouTube's algorithms. You're always welcome to comment if you want to. And then you can also become an extended supporter of this channel through my Teespring, Patreon, and PayPal.me. Links in the description below. And special thank yous to all of those who have either purchased items off my Teespring or have signed up on my Patreon or sent donations through PayPal.me. So thank you to all of y'all. And yeah, so let's just get to the layout update. Why don't we just do that? So be right back. Alright, so let's start here. So one of the last things I was trying to get some opinions on is, should I put a turnout here and create a yard lead? And y'all have talked me into it, so I have done it. The only thing I have not done was I haven't added the Tortoise Switch here yet, but I have one for it. I just haven't installed it, so that'll probably be on the next update. But I can wire this Tortoise in with this one here, because ironically that kind of, if I pull back a little bit, it kind of makes like a crossover from the yard. Yep, I got cows and sheep in the background. You gotta love them. But it kind of creates like a crossover. So I can make it to where both of those switches are either lined to go straight on their individual tracks, which straight would be going to here, or have it to where they cross from out of the yard to into the yard. So it's not going to require me to rewire up any switch 8s or anything like that. Those can be wired together, so it's a simple thing. I think that's really the only thing on the bottom level that I have worked on. I've done a little bit on the top. And so let's pan around this direction. We're going to start over here. I'm kind of getting some buildings in place. Trying to figure out if this is where I want things to be. I'm pretty sure I want Juicy J's there. I'm probably going to slap a water tower in that back corner. I haven't quite decided yet, but I think that's what I might do. I still got some cork I need to finish this area off over here and bring over here. Passmore is probably going to be angled like that because this track here is going to be curved like so, but it's going to start rising up. So I'm not exactly too sure how I'm going to do that. I might just end up doing what they call cookie cuttering and taking my scroll saw and cutting kind of probably the width of it, maybe a little wider of what the cork road bed would be. And so that way I can get it raised, not to this high. I want it this high way over here where the vehicles are. But that's kind of the plan, and I might kind of shortcut it and not go through here. I might kind of go that direction, which might require an extra piece of wood or something. I don't know yet. Still, something I'm trying to work in my head. There is the Shack of Sit furniture. I still got to put decals on it because it's actually going to say Shack of Sit Fern F-U-R-N and then Co. That's the only thing I have to do on that. But I am kind of going ahead and playing around with my operations and stuff, and you know, simulating things. Even though I can't drive a train all the way over there yet, I'm still simulating. And I really do not want to get these buildings in place until I get the backdrops in there. So that's going to be another future project. Painting on over. This third track here, yeah, just knocked a locomotive on its side. This track here is actually what's going to go over there to Passmore. So, and been kind of playing around with some of Nick's buildings, figuring out where I want to put them. Because, ironically, I don't have space to put track in right here. So, I'm just going to use some filler buildings for that case. And Nick makes some awesome buildings. I mean, just the quality is amazing. And if you think this thing, like right here, I mean, it looks 3D. It ain't 3D. It's far from it. See? Far from it. But those things look amazing. There is a line drawn here. That's actually going to be a track to go to another building kit I have yet to purchase. Which is going to be probably Walder's, but I think it's called Bud's Trucking. But I'm going to use it for fresh and funky produce. And I'll probably put like a grain or like some type of silo or something in the back, so that way it can receive like corn syrup or some type of vegetable oil or something like that. Morton salt, that's pretty much where that's going to end up going. And I don't have it wired in, but the Morton salt sign, this is a Menards building, by the way, it does animate. And so you can roll a covered hopper up in there. So that's where I want my Morton salt to go. We got another track that's going to, excuse the screw gun, pan around. And these are not in, they're just kind of sitting there. I mean, you can tell right there, it's just sitting there for me to kind of figure out if this is how I'm really going to do it. But I'm going to have another track here veer off. And I got another building that's going to go about there. And it's a backdrop building. And that is the building that I will open up a naming contest just for the Patreons only. And I want to say it's the ones that, I can't remember if it's the $3 or $5 a month ones. But once I get that open, I will open a naming contest for it. And it's not just a naming contest. They will have to name it. And also tell me what goods does it ship and receive. So, to help out with my operations. And painting on over, we got Gamer and Thrones, which of course I got a boxcar sitting in front of it, because I've been playing around with the operations on that. And then what I'm going to do is, of course this is the track that goes to staging, right? So this is what I've been playing with. I'm actually going to put in this crossover about right there. Okay? And I'm going to toss in where these covered hoppers are. This is where the tetanus scrap company is going to go. So the industrial complex will feed the tetanus scrap company, but it'll have to make sure that it has clearance from the main line from the staging yard. So something to kind of keep in track on that. Alright, so let's pan a little bit more. I've got in, this is actually a Shinohara Code 83. This is a number 7.5 curve turnout. This actually came from Claude over at the Cowboy and Timberline Valley Railroad. He sent that to me and sent me a couple others, and on the back it did say 7.5 Shinohara. So this is going to work perfectly, and what I had to do over here was sand down the or file down the rail so that way it can make a transition. I am going to have to do the same thing here. And then what I'll use is Code 83 on this piece here. And here we have Riceland. And you can kind of see where I'm playing around trying to figure out the spacing and stuff like that. And what I'll have to do over here on this end where my throttle is, and you can probably see where I drew some pencil lines right there. But I'm going to have another number 6 turnout. Stay. Another number 6 turnout. See if I can get lower. Because right here is where it's going to kind of go into this helix over here, which for what I might do is put a temporary balloon loop in. I'm not sure yet. But this would all go up to the helix to level 3. So as soon as it comes out of the tunnel portal right here, you know, it can go straight or it can curve over to Riceland. Riceland is going to be fed by a unit grain train. So whoever is running that train will actually have to run through Riceland and fill or empty all the covered hoppers, meaning that they will have to run slow through there, probably stop for each car, pull up, stop, pull up, stop. It might be easier for them to bypass Riceland, go up the helix, and then do it on their way down, so that way they're not having to fight gravity. That might be the best option. But that's going to be one of the unit trains. There will be another unit train for level 2 or level 3, which I haven't got there, but this is all the industries just for level 2. So we got Riceland, and we're going to have Tetanus. That's 2. Gamer and Thrones is 3. Unknown is 4. Morton Salt 5. Fresh and Funky 6. And then over here, Shakasit 7. Juicy J's is 8. Passmore Gas is 9. And then, of course, don't forget, I plan on filling in above the helix, and that is going to be Peckerwood Sawmill. So that's going to be 10 industries just on level 2. And until I get level 3 built to where we can run a continuous train, a lot of the operations and stuff will have to be simulated, which is not a big deal. And if you're asking, well, what do you mean by simulation? Well, for example, if the local comes up and it's going to drop cars off over here in the interchange would be its last stop. So it would actually run up to around over here past Rosslyn up to level 3. It's going to feed all the industries. Come back down, go past Rosslyn. The local more than likely will not be dealing with Rosslyn. It might, maybe, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to let it be managed by a unit train. But it will have to come back, and it's coming back on this track here. Crossover, which you would have seen in some of my operation videos, the later ones, and then do pickups and drop-offs here. The thing about the local is it can only hold 10 cars. That's one of the rules I'm putting in place. Manifest can hold up to 20. So, except for the ADN local will also be limited to 10. And when I say 10 cars, the caboose, if there is a caboose on the end, will act as a car. So that is my thoughts on it. So there you have it. But simulation, like I was saying, what I would do is run the local through here this way, stop, pick all the cars off, and manually turn it around. And then continuation of it. So that's just going to kind of be how it's going to work for the time being. Like I said, I've done a little bit of work, and I guess the latest of the woodwork is this here. So what I plan on doing, like I said, this is going to be the helix, so this is going to be the end of level 2 for this side. So I will have a tunnel porter go this way, and I'm probably going to go ahead and put a backdrop here instead of angling it back on that 45. I don't think it will look right, so I think it'll look fine for level 3 coming out, because it's going to come out from up here and carry around. I think that will be fine. I just don't think it's going to look good to have just an empty void back there in the back. So I'm just going to kind of flush it off. And then we'll have a tunnel portal right here. And I'll probably put some trees and stuff up here in the front to where you wouldn't really be able to see it. So, and then of course what I plan on doing for the helixes, once I wall those off, is I will put some windows in so that way you can see inside. And then probably put some of my railroad signs around it. To kind of, decorate it off a little bit. So, alright, well, y'all, that's really all I got as far as my layout update. Haven't really, in my opinion, I haven't really done a lot. I'm pretty sure y'all probably are thinking otherwise. I mean, I made Shack a Sit when I was on my vacation, so I guess, and I really like how the colors turned out on it. Really curious to see what it's going to look like once I get it lit up. But, you know, my next big project that I plan on working on is I got some more tortoises that need to go in. And I've contacted a manufacturer and I ordered some backdrop to go here instead of me just tackling my art skills that are not really that great. So I'm going to see if I can't try to put a backdrop on the island here, or what I call the island. And I'm going to have to definitely get some more lighting installed this direction, which I have all the equipment. I just have not done it. So that's my next goals. And the other thing I have done is, I need to grab these real quick. I have bought some of these. And these are rated pretty strong, and the plastic pieces do come off. See if I can do it one-handed. If not, oh well. Yeah. Well, the plastic pieces come off, so what I'm thinking about doing is using these. And these are rated 50 pounds a piece. So I should theoretically be able to replace all of those braces in there with these. Don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, because these will need to be screwed into studs. So what I might have to do is get a 1x4 and screw a 1x4 up under it. And then this will also give me something to put my backdrop on. So I think what I might do is put it on probably this way. I don't know if I should do it this way or that way. So, and if anybody's wondering where the cows is coming from, it's that green ATSF stock car. So, you can always go back and check one of my previous videos of how I put sound in that if you wanted to. Alright, y'all, well, I'm going to stop babbling. Y'all have a great week. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, bell, thumbs up, comment if you want to. If you want to become an extended supporter of my channel, feel free to check the links below. 3 ways of doing it. And then reminder, Sidetrack Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Tonight it's going to be on Rick Bailey's channel. I'm not sure what kind of screw-up plans he's got for tonight, so you'll just have to tune in and see. And then, other than that, that's it. So y'all be safe out there. Have a great week, and happy railroading.